Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
What a wonderful, wonderful Shabbat we're having. I know it's only 34 degrees out there, but apparently a message has been sent. It used to be called a telegram. Now we just kind of message on Facebook or something that spring is going to come. And spring, this is called Shabbat HaChodesh, which means this is the new month of Nisan, starting this Shabbat. Next week is Shabbat HaGadol, the great Shabbat before Pesach, and 2 weeks from tonight is Erev Pesach. I hope everybody has a Seder to go to. If not, see me later, and we'll talk. Hi, Shana, how you doing? So, this is a very musical night. We have 3 sources of music. First of all, the 3 of us. We're on 4, there you go. And we're going to be doing a lot of singing. We use what's called visual tefillah, which means that you can look right up there and find our words. If you want to find a book, we'll try to give you the page number as well. But we also have our teens. Our teens who are singing a cappella in public for the first time don't have a name that I know of. They're just called the teens.
We're taking suggestions.
Right? And we have Magevet here from Yale. It's wonderful to have you here. Although some people, it's returning to Pittsburgh. And we're delighted to have you here as part of our service. And hopefully later we'll see some people from Shalom, Pittsburgh as well. The evening service, Kabbalat Shabbat, starts with a particular psalm. The first line from Psalm 95, which is Lechu Niranana. Let us rejoice. If you don't know the words, there is a nigun, a wordless melody by which we do this. It goes like this. La 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 la
La la la la la la la, Lechu Niranana Adonai, Nahari Alitzur Yishenu, V'kadema Fanav V'todah, V'zmirot Nari Alo, Lechu Niranana Adonai, Nahari Alitzur Yishenu, V'kadema Fanav V'todah, Bizmirot Nari Alo, ya la la ya la la ya la ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la. La 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 la.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Harry, will you please bring your parents up to the front of the pulpit in order to lead us as a community in the benchlich, the lighting of candles for Shabbat, followed by Kiddush. Rabbi Gorman will join you up there. It's our custom for those who are able to please rise for these prayers.
Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us.
As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'chadlek ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon chinchilanu, Zikaron lamase voreshit. Kihu yom techila limikrai kodesh. Zecher letziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shavat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Find your seats, everyone. Now, just a note, or I should say a note because it's a musical service, but I'm sorry, couldn't resist. We are tightening up some of our prayers tonight so we have extra time to listen to Magevet at the end of our service. They're going to be singing at the end because they would prefer not to be live streamed as part of that electricity. And so there are people watching who are going to be needing to say Kaddish who couldn't be here tonight. So we're going to be making sure that we do all of our prayers, but we're going to move things along a little bit and just tighten things up. So the next song is Lachadodi. And we do verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. You'll be able to see it in the last verse. We'll all face the rear. Every other year that we've done this, I've said to you, oh, take your books with you, and so you'll be able to follow the words. But actually, you'll be able to follow them behind you right up there. In the last verse, we'll bow to the left. Raboi Chalam, bow to the right. If you know the chorus, please join in. If you don't, you'll know it by the end. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalala 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalala 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad hishmianu el hayuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet ve'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalala 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalala 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha Hi מקור הברכה מראש מקדם ניסוחה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה יאללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה יאללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי התעוררי כי באורך ומאורי אורי אורי שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלי. Just you guys. לך דודי לקראת קלה יאללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה. Please rise and face the rear. לך דודי לקראת קלה יאללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה. Bow to the left. בואי חלה to the right. בואי חלה. Have a seat. לך דודי לקראת קלה יאללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה יאללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לה 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 Last time. לך דודי לקראת קלה יאללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך
dodi likrakala yala 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 b'nei Shabbat nikabela.
We're going to sing Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat, which is Psalm 92. The transliteration is up at the top.
Or on page 22.
Or, where is it? What page?
22.
If you know it, it's lovely. Otherwise, you can just sway. It's a kind of a waltz. Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Ulizamer l'shimcha elyon. Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat, Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Ulizamer l'shimcha elyon. Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat, בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי אסור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון וכינות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, מזמור שיר ליום השבת. If you would please rise. Excuse me, we have Shalom Aleichem yet to do. How many of you grew up with Shalom Aleichem? Raise your hands. It's the one you know. I want to hear harmonies. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharei, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Moachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. As you are able, please rise for the Chatzi Kaddish before the Baruch.
יתקדל ויתקדש מרבה,
אמן.
ילמד יברך חירותי ומליך מלכותי, בחיי חור ומחון וחיי כל בית ישראל. בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהי שמרה מבורך לעולם לעלמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל לשמר קודשה. בריחו לעילא מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמא ויאמרו אמן. ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Vahed.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
Please be seated. We continue with a prayer for creation, Ma'ariv Aravim. Baruch atah Adonai,
Eloheinu melech haolam.
Asher
בדברו מעריב ערבים, בחוכמה פותח שערים, ובתבונה משנה עיתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים, במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה גולל אור מפני חושך וחושך מפני אור, ומעביר יום ובין לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב ערבים.
Page 32 if you're following along in your Siddur.
אהבת העולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת, עמך אהבת. תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשופטינו ובקומנו נצליח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. יהם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, נגע יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Please rise as you are able.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשיטתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We join together in English an interpretation of Ve'ahavta.
Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act.
Using the words I command you today to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested.
Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai, your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. ונאמר, כי פד אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
We've been teaching this Hashkivenu sort of on and off version that uses the words on the left-hand side of the page if you're on pages 42 and 43, or you can just use the words on the screen that remind us of what we hope for as we gather together.
1, 2.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Join us. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkivenu, love and understanding among us.
Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu.
Hashkivenu, V'shalom.
Let's do that part again.
Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu. אתה אדוני, הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו, ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים.
Okay, Harry. It's Vishamru time. Pick a good key and let her rip. Mike. Here we go.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoretam v'rit olam Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoretam v'rit olam B'nei Yisrael, oti leolam, oti leolam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lazot et ha-Shabbat, ledoretam v'rit olam. Ki shechet yamim, asa Adonai, et ha-shamayim, ve'et ha'aretz vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoretam v'rit olam uve'yom hashvi shavat v'nafash v'yinafash vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoretam v'rit olam.
Yesh koach. We're going to hear more from you in our Don't You Dare Leave. The youth group's coming up to give you one of the first gifts. We know you're not getting many gifts, and we want to make sure you have some to write thank you notes for. And this is Lizzie Katchen and Russell Peter from the youth group.
Hi, we are from Temple Sinai's youth group board. We are also singing later. I am the programming vice president.
And I'm religious and cultural vice president.
And we would like to
And your
present
names
you,
are?
We would like to present you with this t-shirt. Ooh, look at the bag, very nice. This is our first gift to you, like Rabbi said, and we would love for you to come join us at some events. And we will see you.
And what does party stand for?
Oh, Pittsburgh Area Reformed Temple Youth.
Wow. Okay.
Come join us.
Come join, okay? And we'll see more of you tomorrow for your bar mitzvah tomorrow at 10:30. Mazel tov.
Mazel.
Oh, wait. There you go.
Please rise as you are able as we enter the core prayers of our service, the Amidah.
Adonai, svatai tiftach. Ufi yagid tehila techa. Adonai, svatai tiftach. Ufi yagid tehila techa. Ufi yagid tehila techa.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך חוזר מושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני בחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע משיב הרוח מוריד הגשם מכלכל חיים בחסד בחיי הכל ברחמים רבים צומח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך הצלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
You may be seated. We offer a prayer for Shabbat together. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness,
which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Again, we join together.
Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer.
Wherever
we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence.
And we're going to pause before we say the Chatimah because today is the Rosh Chodesh, the first of the month. There is a special blessing for Rosh Chodesh.
So we say, Eloheinu v'Eloi Avotenu v'Imotenu, our God and God of our mothers and God of our fathers, Ya'aleh v'Yavo v'Yizacher zichronenu v'zichron kol amcha beit Yisrael lefanecha letovah lechen u'lchesed u'rachamim. Our God and God of our mothers and fathers, on this first day of the new month, be mindful of us and all your people Israel for good, for love, for compassion, life, and peace. B'yom Chag Rosh Chodesh Hazeh. As I say each of these three lines, please respond, Amen. Zochrenu Adonai Eloheinu b'lo tovah.
Amen.
Remember us for well-being.
Amen.
Amen.
Ufokdenu vo livracha.
Amen.
Visit us with blessing.
Amen.
Amen.
Uveoshienu vo lechayim.
Amen.
Help us to a fuller life.
Amen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod.
Amen.
Blessing of gratitude for the ability to work for peace and for goodness, we join together. For the good in us,
which calls us to a better life, we give thanks. For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and hands, we offer praise. For the desire in us which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful.
For life
and nature, harmony and beauty, for the hope of tomorrow, all praise to the source of being. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shemacha u'lechana'eh lahodot.
Prayer for peace.
Most of our regular congregation knows this. It's an old tune. If you know, please join in. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'necha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
Baruch
atah Adonai, hamevarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom.
We take a few moments now to offer the prayers of our hearts.
Say shalom, shalom imromav, uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imiru amen. Uyaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. Oseh shalom, shalom bimromav, uyaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen.
We offer a Mishaberach every time we gather together. In tradition, you only offer it as part of the Torah service, but we have found that every time we gather, we're so aware of those who are not well, those who are not whole, those who are facing challenge or are simply broken inside. And we hold them dear in our hearts. And sometimes it comes out of us that we want that name of the person for whom we wish healing to enter into the communal heart of this Kihila Kedosha, this sacred community. So as I look at your part of the congregation, feel free to say a name out loud or whisper it into the air so we can absorb it, or just think of that person, hold them tenderly, and we'll sing the Mishaberach for all those in need of healing of body, mind, and spirit, those in hospitals and nursing homes, and those who simply face the daily battles of sobriety or walk the earth with a stone in the heart. Don't raise your hand. It's spring break.
Those in need of healing
On the third Friday night of the month, we love to have birthday blessings, and we have Israeli candy to give you. And anybody who has a birthday and is willing to admit it, is it your birthday this month? Oh, we missed you last month. Okay, well, come on up anyway. We'll do it February. Anybody else? Carolyn, where are you? Sarah, come on up, form a line here. We'll find out who you are. Got my candy. Anybody, any Magevet, any March birthdays? Cool. There we go. There we go. Oh, look at all these people. Stand up. No. Just hold this, though. There we go. There we go. Let me move this out of your way. No, you're not supposed to be in order. There we go. Now, Simon says, one step to your left without tripping on a wire.
Yes,
there we
please
go.
don't trip on wires.
No tripping on wires. Okay, so you want to do this? You got it, Rabbi Corbin.
Okay, you're going to say your name, what day of the month your birthday is, and if you so choose, how old you are.
Barbara Gibson, March 2nd, 62.
Florence Chapman, March 2nd. Really too old to tell you, but 78.
Carolyn Schwartz, March 20th, 70.
Yay!
Jacob Prince, March 30th, and I'm turning 22.
Adam Leibovich, March 23rd, and I'm turning 48.
Harry Leibovich, February 13th. 17th, I'm 13.
Oh, there was a little moment there, yeah. We missed him last month, that's why he's up.
Marjorie Jaffe, March 18th, 83.
Susan Blackman, March 1st.
Richard Levine, March 31st, 61.
Robin Lebovitz, March 3rd, 58.
Deborah Knox, March 3rd, 66.
Ooh.
Molly Brenner, March 18th, I'll be 14.
Shelley Petro, March 24th, 16. Or I'll be 20, no, not 24. Wait, 49.
Sarah Perman, March 7th, 67.
Diane Berman, March 14th, 69.
Happy birthday.
Mimi Botkin, March 23rd, 70.
Well, we're going to do your blessing next week. We're going to do Carolyn's tonight, but first a blessing for everybody. Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, our God and God of our mothers and God of our fathers. God, if you are looking on this congregation, look at the smiles of these people of all these decades, from the teens to the 80s, and may the joy that they feel at reaching this moment in their lives carry over into the day after their birthdays, into the next year, and the next years to come. May they realize as they're standing here with people, some of them they may not even remember their names, but they are connected by accidents of birth and by acts of love and prayer. May those acts of love and prayer guide them to be the very best, to hold up their finest, to sing their life song with joy and harmony. And may that melody be with them in times that are challenging as well, and always resolve to the note that is going to keep you satisfied and feeling you have finally reached home. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Carolyn, for you, we're doing Mimi next week. Makor hashalom v'ruach ahava, source of peace and love and spirit of love. Carolyn, you have blessed this congregation by coming here 3 to 5 times a week for more years than anyone can count. And you have given the wisdom of your mind and the thoughtfulness of your heart and the skill of your hands. And we are so blessed by you and all that you've given. It is such an honor to bless you in return. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, may God bless you and keep you. May God cause God's light to shine on you, be gracious to you. May God lift up God's presence to you always and grant you wholeness and joy, fulfillment, and most of all, peace, as together we say. Amen. Everybody say Yesher Koach to all of them. There we go. Yishkoch, yishkoch. If you eat the candy here, take the wrapper, please. Okay.
Thanks, Bradley.
You were very, very welcome. If you are a young adult attending tonight's Shalom Pittsburgh Adult Dinner, where's Shalom Pittsburgh? Raise your hand. They're all over the place. Please go directly to the Rogaliner Lounge in the lower level. The staff will be there to welcome you. We'll get you down there. If you have a reservation for tonight's congregational dinner in the Falk Auditorium, please enter through the double doors that are right behind the congregation. If you are not, I think there is something for you out my left, you are right. Judy, Tammy, and Jen will be there to check you in for the dinner. Thank you for not going directly to a table without checking in first. It is open seating for those not going to either dinner. Our Friday night oneg will be in the plaque area with all of the yard-side plaques. Thank you to our greeters tonight. Where's Arlene Smith? Where's Mel? Mazel tov, thank you for doing this. And Harry, how about a bar mitzvah tomorrow? Oh, thumbs up. Okay, that was thumbs up. So tomorrow morning, there's Torah study at 8:30 in the morning in the Lockhart Lounge. The morning minyan, the singing minyan, is at 9:15 upstairs in the chapel. 10:30 is going to be your bar mitzvah. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Rhonda Rosen, an acknowledged master in contemplation and meditation, will be leading a meditation and contemplation on Parshat Vayikra from 4 to 5:30 up in the chapel upstairs. If you've never experienced it, it is an extraordinary insight and experience. Please support the Brotherhood's Passover wine sale and the Women of Temple Sinai matzah brittle sale, which helps them raise funds for their activities, especially scholarships for our youth to attend Jewish camps or travel to Israel. Our cantorial program is underwritten by a generous grant from Edgar Snyder. Yay, Edgar! We are so grateful for his ongoing support of wonderful Jewish music at Temple Sinai. And thank you to Emily and to Adam for sponsoring the oneg and being part of our celebration, the third of 3 B'nai Mitzvah in your family. This weekend, you're joining the club, okay? On Sunday, there is our next door religious school session. The Bereshit session with Cantor Berman is at 11. The Shalom Hartman seminar in Israel is at 9:15. This coming Monday, there is a community forum that is interfaith at the Darlington building of the JCC. I am representing the viewpoint of the Jewish community in this interfaith discussion on guns in our society and what Jewish tradition says about the limitation of guns in our society as well. Next Friday evening, we'll be at 7 o'clock. The choir will be singing for Shabbat HaGadol. They'll be singing Shirei from Shir HaShirim, the love songs that are associated with Pesach, because that's what we read from that scroll. And Mimi, where's Mimi? We'll do your blessing back then, okay? So as you are able, please rise for our concluding set of prayers, starting with Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל עמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
It's our tradition in this congregation that instead of having the entire congregation rise for Kaddish, that we say the names of those who we're remembering for a yahrzeit or a recent death. First, we'll be reading those whose yahrzeits occur in the coming week. If we read the name of somebody for whom you are saying Kaddish, please rise so we can recognize you as a mourner. Afterwards, we'll read the names of those who have died in more recent days, and we'll ask you to rise as mourners. At the very end, we'll ask our congregation to stand with our mourners so that our mourners never feel unaccompanied and never stand alone. It is not required to say Kaddish with them, but it is very important that they not feel alone in their mourning. This week, we especially remember the names of Bernice Jaffe Abes, Rita Anderson, May Arkin, and Myra June Bierman, Dave Birkenfeld, Lena Block, Marilyn Safian Block, and Julius Boninger, and Lonnie Boninger, Paul Broslowski, Melvin Bunny Cooper and Rebecca Engelman, Rhoda Lurie Freed, Edward Furman, Mary Gatemi, Alex Goldberg, Dora Goldstein, and Yetta Goldstein, Esther Silver Gross and Barbara Hackman, Max Handelsman, Lillian G. J. and Betty Joyce, Lester Carlton, Charles Lewis Klein, and Red Krasny, Alex Lample, Martin Lehman, and Jolie Lee, Louis Lenson, Sherman Levine, and Paul Levitt, Rachel Lilienthal, Jean Ruth Mandras, and Leon Mann, Ben Moretsky and Kathy McHenrick, Steve McHenrick and Shirley Ann Miller, Lester Rosenblum, Esther Rubin, and Harry Bree Rulin, Kitty Ruttenberg, Ira Sadowski, Nate Safian, Ben Schulmeister, Ron Shore, John M. Schumacher, Josie Pfeiffer Schwartz, and Abe Silberblatt, Eugene Silverman, Eva Simon, and Ralph Solo, Selma Sperling, Leo Stein, and Noel Stern, Helen Tauman, Madeline M. L. Tauman, Alfred H. Wagman, Harriet Wedner, Anna Clutchman-Weinstein, and Catherine M. Wheeler, and Sidney Zuckerman. And now we remember those whose recent deaths we still mourn: Sylvia Sachs, Lil Schoenfeld, Willa Dominski, Leona Lieberman Levin, Steve Schotten, Frank Brother Knapp, Corinne Krause, Linda Pelkoffer, and Robert Glazer. I'll ask that our congregation stand with our mourners as they recite their Kaddish. Yitgadal, Yikadash, Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Biolma, Divrach, Hirute, V'yamlich Malchute. B'chayechon, V'yamechon, V'chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kari v'yimru.
Amen.
Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevarach, Le'olam Olamei Almaya. Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, V'yipa'ar, V'yitromam, V'yitnaseh. Yitadar, Yitaleh, Yitalal, Shmei Kudsha.
Brichu.
Le'ela minko birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiram b'yoma v'yimru. Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba min Shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru.
Amen.
May the source of peace in the high heavens cause peace to descend on all of us, all Israel, upon a shattered world in which we live that is desperately in need of healing, upon all of us here tonight who mourn their beloved dead, as together we say,
Amen.
Amen. Please be seated.
Thank you all for being part of our congregation this evening and for sharing some additional Jewish music. We at Temple Sinai like to share Jewish music from throughout our tradition, all varieties. And tonight we have the special treat of the premier Yale a cappella group, the Jewish a cappella group named Magevet. Magevet is the Hebrew word for towel. Now, you may have read, if you read in the Post-Gazette, where they just recently wrote up the group, they said, well, there's a lot of legend about where this name Magevet comes from. There seems to be some legend about it having something to do with a sauna, but whatever it is, Magevet covers lots of music. And they cover everything from Renaissance music to modern Israeli pop. And with no further ado, I'll invite them up to our beam.